Hey, my friends, jumping back into the BAND-MAID documentary from Orenji, Misa. Let's jump in, and now we're gonna have some people talking about her. Probably just a little bit off, just a few seconds, but we're gonna start right here.
So what makes Misa a great bassist? First of all, she went to musical school, so she learned a lot about music theory. You can see that in her playing. She's constantly moving around the root note, adding or removing note at the end of her phrases, changing the tone by going all over the neck and not just staying at the low end. She masters all the playing style, finger style, slap, pick. She knows when to use them and always use the right one at the right
For
moment.
sure.
She can switch from one to another in a blink of an eye, like when she does her pick flip to switch from pick to slap. Her right hand work is so smooth and precise. It's mesmerizing. When it comes to her role in the band, she's a lead bassist. She can flawlessly jump from just playing the root note to taking the lead and or providing an harmony to the vocals, and all of this in the same bar. There is no boundaries in her playing. That's what makes her so interesting and very inspiring to me. She's my favorite bassist, and I hope to hear her and BAND-MAID for a lot more years.
When I think back about all of the bands that I've loved for many years, so many great bass players. But when I think of the bassists who really excited me, or more importantly, the ones whose parts I wanted to learn how to play, I think they all have kind of one thing in common. And that's the use of the bass, not just as a tonal and rhythmic foundation for a song or that kind of glue that holds a band together, but they use the instrument as another source of melody and melodicism and musicality. And I think there are
Good
far
point.
fewer of those kinds of bassists out there. So imagine my delight as a bassist discovering BAND-MAID, where you have Misa, who's just constantly up and down the neck playing what aren't super complicated parts, but making these really musical choices about a note here versus a note here. She's in many ways a counterpart to Konami in that they're always expanding on a riff or adding new textures or new little motifs. They may play something fairly straight the first time, but after that, forget it. And it's not, again, like the parts are super complicated or technically difficult. They're just really smart, or for
Difficult
me,
for
the
me.
big thing is that they're really musical.
How would I describe Misa's playing style? That's a tall order. What makes her special to me is her writing and her flawless ability to judge what to play and when to play it, without shying away from taking up space. She doesn't just serve the song, filling out the lower frequencies, locking up with the drums. She's actively creating a large portion of what makes the songs what they are.
Mm.
The groove, drive.
I've been saying that, guys. It's not just a kind of behind everything else rhythm thing. She's always adding something. She's a master at using pick or just jumping back and forth from pick to slap. Um, she is. I mean, she is one of the best bass players out there. Another great one you guys should check out if you don't know. Check out B.O.B. and Weedy, the bass player there. Oh man, she's incredible too. Check her out. But yeah, our Barefoot Assassin is just. She adds. I think she adds more depth to the band than most bass players do. I kind of find a lot of bass is just kind of. It's there for the rhythm, you know what I mean? It helped, with that and the drums. However, with BAND-MAID, it's Misa's always out there doing something, adding something, just a little thing, you know what I mean, that makes the song so much better. She's incredible, guys. I mean, every member of BAND-MAID is just, they're so talented, and they're the absolutely perfect mix to be playing together. Unbelievable.
Momentum,
I love that
anticipation, tension. It's like all her parts serve a purpose larger than just playing notes that work in the right tempo.
Exactly.
She really adds another thick layer to the onion that is BAND-MAID. One of my favorite habits of hers is when she's having a bit of a bass solo during the guitar solo, as can be heard in Manners and Reincarnation, for example. It's so backwards to the old tropes about backing down during a solo, but it's always so tastefully made and never distracting, rather the opposite. She also has this ability to tap into what the other instruments are doing and create her own parts from that, seamlessly switching between what instruments to follow. A prime example of that can be heard in the second verse of About Us, especially in the live version. She starts out by establishing the groove with the drums for the first 3 bars, and then a fill during the 4th bar, setting herself up for the next 4 bars, where she gradually starts playing off the vocals. The first 2 bars by matching the vocal phrases subdivided by 16th notes, and for the second 2 bars, now the transition is complete, and now she just plays a lower harmony to the vocals. After that, she immediately switches to locking up rhythmically to Kanami's octave climb for 1 bar, and then, for the last bar, she rounds everything off with a little fill of 16th notes, almost like a drum fill. All that during 10 bars. Her playing and writing is a big reason why I keep coming back to their music over and over again.
I agree.
Thank you very much for taking the time to share your experience and knowledge and your feelings regarding Misa's playstyle. I wonder what you, the viewer, what do you think of Misa as a bassist? I'm very interested to know what's on your mind. Let's move to the end of our journey.
I don't know. I think when I look at this band as individuals, I just see so much talent. And I think everybody complements each other perfectly. You know what I mean? It's just like, think about it. You know, I mean, Miku with vocals, I mean, and her rhythm guitar, it adds so much more dimension. You get Misa, like he said, with fills. She knows when to put them in. She knows when to not put them in. This band just needs to be way more popular, guys. Way more popular. They've worked so hard to get where they are, and they're also talented. I love them. All right, guys. I'm going to finish up the second one in a second part a little bit later tonight. So we'll see you in that part, guys. I just got tons of reactions I got to get to. So look for the next part here in just a little bit. All right, have a good one.